All right, guys, beautiful weather today. So I'm taking the bike out for a test ride. After yesterday, just found this bike locally, and again, I'm just gonna ride around my neighborhood, tell you guys what I think about the ride quality of this Motobecane Le Champion. Right off the bat, it's a fast bike. Okay. Right now, I'm just easily averaging 60 miles per hour. Not even at the highest gear yet. This is like the third gear on the 50-tooth large crank. In terms of ride quality, again, as I said, it's stable. You get a good sense of the road feel, and it's not overly harsh at all, even though this is a 23mm tire. Pressure pumped up to 100 to 110, and it rides perfectly fine. It actually absorbs the bumps better than my giant TCX cyclocross / gravel bike. And my watch shows the average speed around neighborhood ride, 16.4 miles. Again, this is not using much effort, so if you are in a peloton doing some sort of casual group rides, you can definitely catch up. Okay. And weather is really nice here in South Florida. This is our winter time, best time to ride. And it corners really well, and it's pretty agile. Okay, so I really don't have any complaints about this bike. It actually handles beautifully. I don't want to make this riding video too long. Just want to talk about the group set. So the Ultegra, this is the older 10-speed. The limitation with the old 10-speed, 6700 group set is you can only upshift 2 gears at a time. So the newer ones, the 11-speed, you can upshift 3 gears, and that's a difference. So I also had the same group set or same 10-speed set up on my personal specialized S-Works Roubaix, also from that era of 2008. And I mean, it shifts beautifully, and it shifts extremely smooth. So if you want the smoothest experience shifting, definitely consider getting a brake cable and shifter cable that's polymer coated, so has a plastic lining, which makes the shifting super smooth. Okay. But other than that, yeah, no complaint. It shifts just like my Dura Ace. This is a Ultegra 10-speed. Very, very nice. Go to the compact crank. And the crank actually has a trimming function. So if you're compact and you want to go a little bit smaller gear or larger gear, you can very easily switching on the left side, obviously. The wheels works fine. My only complaint, as I suspected, is those brakes are not as easy to press down. You need a lot of force to press down those brakes. I'm not sure if it's from the cable housing or it's actually the spring of the brakes makes it really hard to press down. But I mean, they do stop. They just don't stop as good as the Ultegra caliper brake or Dura Ace. The Dura Ace stops better, almost better than the hydraulic brakes that I have on my TCX. So rim brake is definitely the best way to go if you're riding in dry condition and weight is of a concern, because Rim brake, extremely efficient. And stops on a dime too if you invest on a good pair of rim brakes, okay? This bike is a lot of fun. And yeah, this is 1.3 miles, and that's me talking for about how many minutes? I don't know, doesn't say, but yeah, this bike handles really well. I think anybody looking at this bike locally, and if you scored for a great deal, you're gonna have a lot of fun on this. And it's an endurance bike, so geometry wise not as aggressive as the Bikes Direct, I think the Immortal line, which is like a pure racing bike. This is like an endurance road bike, so yeah, I like it. For neighborhood rides, as what I'm doing now, this is more than capable, almost overkill. But handles really well too. Like turning radius, especially on those corners, like you can press down and have a really hard turn. The bottom bracket seems to be higher than some other bikes. I just feel like the stand over height is a little bit higher, but it doesn't really matter much. We have some cars that loves going fast. All right, just want to see how fast it can comfortably go. So I'm on 50 and 12 on the back. And just pedaling casually. Again, not using all my strength. I'm gonna go on a busy road and do some quick rides on the protected bike lane. And then we're gonna conclude this video. The brakes is definitely the pain point. I would upgrade to at least a 105, at least. Yeah, it just doesn't have much modulation, and it feels like a hardened piece of rubber. All right, do some quick rides. Obviously, I still need to dial in the front and rear derailleur first because it's still making some noise. And this is the next day after I finished just a quick tune-up for this bike. I bought it yesterday. It was really nice to look at this bike. Not sure if my camera would go high enough because I'm really using the drop bar a lot. But let's see. Whew. Gonna go back and get to work, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Using the trim on a small gear definitely helps a lot for the gears in the middle. All right. That's a good 3-mile workout. And again, it just proves you can have fun on any kind of bike. You don't need a gravel bike with 1x12 speed hydraulic disc brake. A old bike works perfectly fine. Especially on this kind of beautiful weather. And if you're cruising, now I'm not a performance rider by any measure. You can get this bike to around 16, 17 miles per hour easily. And that's on a small crank. On the back, it's probably 16 tooth or 15 tooth. And you're not using much power. It's a very easy to ride bike. Highly recommend if you can find one locally.
All right, now we're back, and I'm gonna try to wrap up this review of the Motobecane Le Champion. Okay, what I think about the bike, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised by its performance and also its comfort and weight. Okay, so this bike without pedals is less than 18 pounds. Okay, extremely lightweight. And according to Bikes Direct website, this is actually their endurance setup. So it's between their super racy Immortal models of the bike and also the super relaxed geometry. I think it's called the Motobecane Century series of the bikes. So this is the in-between, and to me, this just feels like an extremely comfortable road bike with the performance to go fast if you want. Okay, so as you can see in the video, I was just doing my neighborhood rides, and I could easily sustain 16 miles and up, just, you know, casual riding. And if you want to go fast, you do have the option to go crank it up all the way to the 50 tooth in the front and 12 tooth in the back and go fast. 22, 23 shouldn't be a problem if you got the leg to pedal for it, right? And even faster, okay? And granted, I'm not even using a clipless pedal. I'm just using my platform pedal because I was just testing the bike. It worked out perfectly. I love the bike overall. Like, the components are really very, very good quality. And it's made in Taiwan, and I think it's made by a factory called Kinesis. It's one of the largest Taiwanese bicycle manufacturer that does a lot of bicycle manufacturing for other countries, for other bike brands. If you have a bike that's not a Giant or a Merida that says made in Taiwan, it's most likely made by Kinesis in Taiwan. And this bike is probably no exception. The build quality is very good. I don't really find any fault in it. The paint is pretty nice, thick, glossy coating. And it just looks nice. It just, like, I know it's kind of a fairly outdated look with this very hard triangle shape, as opposed to a compact triangle design. But, as long as it rides great, it's super lightweight, it feels great. I don't think the look is gonna be the main determinant factor for how much fun you're gonna get in a bicycle. In that regard, I think this bike, the Motobecane Le Champion, really delivers the fun factor. Okay, for the price you're gonna pay, compared to the name brands, you can definitely get this for under $1,000. Okay, so and you're not sacrificing much performance at all. The only thing that I have an issue with is the brakes. The Cane Creek SCR3, those are entry-level brakes that I definitely advise getting a better brake to replace those, and they're very easy to replace. Okay, you pretty much just loosen the brake cable, take it out, and put the new brake in, and I think it's gonna make a huge difference with a higher performance caliper brake for this bike. And also, the only nitpick is the older 10-speed Ultegra group set only upshifts 2 gears at a time, compared to the 11-speed newer group sets that upshifts to 3 gears at a time for faster, gear shifting if you want to go, if you're climbing. Okay. Otherwise, downshifting, just as fast as any other road bikes, mechanical road bikes, that is. So yes, I would highly recommend this bike. Give it a try. If you find it locally for a great price, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun on this bike. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button or subscribe to my channel. I will definitely have more bicycle related videos coming out for you guys. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.